Brand new Disney World snacks are now available at all the parks, the hotels, and at Disney Springs too. But which ones should you be getting? We've gathered up the best new snacks on the block for you today here on DFV Guide. Hey everybody, it's AJ for Disney Food Blog. Originally, the DFB team and I were going to work on this script a little later on in the season, but there have been so many snack items added across Disney World lately that we knew we had to make this video our number one priority and fill you in on all the best new stuff ASAP. So maybe we'll have another snacks video a little bit later in the year, we'll see. Before we get started though, I've got to warn you that new snacks in Disney don't always stick around for good. Some do, but others make brief appearances and then disappear on us without even saying goodbye. So while you'll want to add some of these snacks to your top snacking priority list, always double check those Disney restaurant menus on the website before you head out to make sure they're still going to be available. Per the release of this video, we've gone ahead and done that for you, so these should be good to go right now, but you'll definitely want to revisit these menus even if your trip isn't for another week or two. Okay, let the snacking begin. It only feels right that we talk about one of our favorite topics of all time, cheese. Over at Summerfest inside Epcot's Germany Pavilion, we tried the new Jumbo Pretzel with Obata cheese dip for $13.49. So pretzels are no stranger to the Germany Pavilion, but the Obata cheese is definitely new. If you've never heard of it before, it's a traditional Bavarian cheese spread that's typically made with camembert or brie and mixed with butter and spices and sometimes even beer. Cheese and butter and spices and beer? Yeah, no, that's what I'm talking about. But if you're still having a hard time tasting it in your head or figuring out what the texture would be like, think pimento cheese minus the heat of pimento cheese. It has this whipped consistency, but still manages to be a whole lot thicker than a loose queso or something similar. So if you'd prefer to dip your giant pretzels in something more liquid gold, like my beloved plastic cheese, this isn't going to meet those standards for you. But if you're more into like a spreadable cheese or like a bar cheese or something like that, you know what I'm talking about. That's going to be more what you're going to get here. It's creamy and spiced, different from your average pretzel and cheese combo. Time for you to get acquainted with Obata. The outdoor vending cart by the Seas Pavilion might look like your typical snack cart, but it's currently the keeper of one of our new favorite Epcot summery treats. The Kakamura Delight is $6.75. It's a coconut pineapple sorbet served inside a legit coconut shell. If that doesn't scream summer, I don't know what does. The sorbet has a strong pineapple flavor with a majority of the coconut flavor coming through those slightly chewy flakes on top. It's all reminiscent of Dole Whip, just a little icier. Coconut lovers are going to really like this one, and non-coconut lovers, well, we've got more Epcot options coming that you'll probably like a whole lot better. Have you ever seen mac and cheese pack up and move houses before? Because you're about to. Admittedly, we've never really paid a whole lot of attention to the Smiling Crocodile kiosk in Animal Kingdom. That's not because we didn't like it, it's just we've liked other Animal Kingdom snack kiosks better, and it's closed a lot. The hours for the Smiling Crocodile are extremely limited, usually 11 a.m. to 3 p.m. daily, so if you don't go visit during that little window of time, then you're out of luck. However, the Smiling Crocodile recently updated its menu from being Tex-Mex focused to mac and cheese focused. Which is wild since the baked mac and cheese title used to be more of an 8-Spoon Cafe thing, right? But 8-Spoon Cafe kicked their mac and cheese to the curb to add a couple of meat-focused options to their menu instead, like smoked chicken wings and pulled pork sliders. Fine, but not the old mac and cheese. The Smiling Crocodile took one for the team and welcomed the baked mac and cheese family into its kiosk with open arms. So that's where you're going to be able to get it now. There are currently 3 baked mac and cheese options available here. The classic baked macaroni and cheese, the baked macaroni and cheese with buffalo chicken, and the baked macaroni and cheese with garlic smoked sausage. While we thought the baked macaroni and cheese with garlic smoked sausage has the best textures of the 3, the baked macaroni and cheese with buffalo chicken has our favorite flavors. And that's not just me, the world's biggest Buffalo fan saying that. The other DFB reporters agreed with me too, I promise. Now overall, the portion sizes here are way bigger than they ever were at 8-Spoon Cafe, making it a little less snack-like and more meal-like, which is totally fine with me. Our biggest complaint with these new mac and cheese portions, however, is that they don't seem to have the baked crispiness that we've seen on the previous baked mac and cheeses offered at 8-Spoon in the past. That being said, this mac and cheese still runs circles around most of the classic macs you'll find on Disney's Kids menu, so we definitely recommend stopping here during lunch if you're a fellow mac and cheese devotee. Y'all, great news. Sorry. I don't know why I said it like that. Y'all, there we go. Great news. Some of my favorite Disney World restaurants have come together to celebrate my new Disney Adults book, which officially launched on August 5th by creating some specialty Disney Adults limited time beverages for a full drink crawl. Can you believe it? Because I can't. I am still pinching myself. Crawl locations include places like Raglan Road, Everglazed, Homecoming, Splitsville, Vivaldi El Gelato, Summer House on the Lake, La Cava del Tequila, the Boathouse. Seriously, these places are so awesome, and I am so excited to partner with them. The Disney Adults Crawl items will only be available until the end of August, so if you're going to be in the area super soon, be sure to download our Disney Adults Crawl map over at disneyfoodblog.com/crawlmap so you'll know which drinks are available where. And on a general note, thank you all for your continuous support for my debut book. It means the world to me. If you want to pick up your copy of Disney Adults, go ahead over to ajwolf.com or dfbstore.com and you can pick up the book. Okay, great news keeps on coming because the key lime pie on a stick has finally returned to the Disney World scene. Now let me back up for you. Once upon a time, a snack called the key lime pie on a stick appeared at Neighborhood Bakery in Hollywood Studios. It was back when Neighborhood Bakery first opened up, when it was that Pixar Play situation, and we loved the key lime pie on a stick, but then it was gone. Truly a dark day in the DFB office indeed. But lo, the key lime pie on a stick has recently reincarnated as the key lime pie pop. Instead of being available at Hollywood Studios, it's now over at Flame Tree Barbecue in Animal Kingdom. Feels random, but we'll take it. Now, the key lime pie pop is a key lime pie triangle, no longer a square, dipped in dark chocolate with graham cracker crumble on a stick. And while it's not exactly the same as the one we knew and loved before, this one still fits that key lime pie shaped hole that had been left in our key lime pie hearts. The key lime pie custard filling in this pop is beautifully tart and smooth and creamy, and while it is tasty and not overly sweet, it's also pretty messy, especially if you pick one up during the heat of the day. Again, I'm not entirely sure how long this treat's going to stick around, so if you see it's available and you're a fellow key lime fan, I'd recommend you go ahead and grab it while you can. But wait, there's more. The Violet Sake Slushie is also back after a long absence from Kabuki Cafe in Epcot. No moving around to different snack kiosks here. The Violet Sake Slushie started in Kabuki and it's coming back to Kabuki as well. This $15 boozy treat is essentially the same as its namesake, only made with shave ice. So if you're already a fan of the classic Violet Sake that's been around the Japan Pavilion for ages now, you might want to try it in its new form upon your return. It's cute. It's collectible. It's a little trashy, literally. The new bulk candy containers are my latest obsession, and that's because they're miniature replicas of the iconic Main Street USA trash cans you can find in Magic Kingdom. Have I ever told you how much I love everyday items shrunken down into tiny items? Because I love them so much. Look at this thing. It's got swinging side lids, a flip top opening, and all the charm of its full-size trash cousin. The only difference is that it's socially acceptable to eat out of this one. And believe me, you'll want to eat out of it because with each trash can purchase, you get to add your own candy mix to fill it with. To purchase a container, just grab a bag to fill with your choice of sweets and be sure to hit the half-pound minimum to be eligible for the purchase. Once you've checked out, you can pour your treat haul into your new mini bin and head off with an adorable trash-inspired souvenir. Now this is the best use of your free will. You can find these at the Main Street Confectionery in Magic Kingdom. Wait, a new cinnamon roll that's not at Gaston's Tavern in Magic Kingdom. What kind of sorcery is this? The new cinnamon roll with orange cream cheese icing is $6.49 and it's at Kringla Bakery Og Cafe inside Epcot's Norway Pavilion. And when we tried it for the first time, we were wowed. While the cinnamon roll itself is much like we've come to expect on the Disney scene, big and warm and cinnamony, the flavor is taken up a notch by a massive dollop of orange cream cheese icing. So you get that cinnamony flavor complemented by the sweet and zesty citrus covering the top of it. Granted, I still think I like the Gaston cinnamon roll better because it's a whole lot fluffier and easier to pull apart, but the orange icing of this one definitely elevates the Cinny Roll experience. If this tells you anything, after we bought our first one for work purposes, we went to grab another one for extra work purposes. Okay, fine. We just really couldn't get enough of that new flavor and we needed more. But by the time we went back in line to get it, they were already sold out and we had to wait for the cast members to bake up some more. So you'll want to get over here pretty early in the morning to claim this pastry if you want one for breakfast. Okay, but do you want to know another new cinnamon roll that you might like even better than the orange iced one? I know, it's like an embarrassment of riches right now with cinnamon rolls in Disney World. There's a Mickey-shaped bacon pecan caramel cinnamon roll for $8.49 at Westward Ho in Magic Kingdom. And I'm hoping the description sold you on this, but just in case it didn't, let me tell you even more reasons to fall in love with this guy, because it is not your regular run-of-the-mill Mickey cinnamon roll. I know a lot of you have had those and you're like, they're too dry, AJ. I get it. But this is different, my friends. Okay, first of all, it's a massive cinnamon roll, making it perfect to share, especially considering the price. And this has also got to be one of the freshest cinnamon rolls we have ever had at Disney World. I know you have PTSD from those dry, stale cinnamon rolls that sometimes come when you order a Mickey cinnamon roll. That is not the experience we had with this one. But what really won me over with this was all of its incredible toppings. This thing was practically swimming in caramel sauce and candied bacon and pecans on top, and added everything we needed from a textural standpoint. Some of our DFB team members even said they liked the cinnamon roll better than the classic warm cinnamon roll at Gaston's Tavern. And while I'm not ready to commit to that yet, the fact that I'm even considering it sure does tell you how much this thing impressed us. If you want to try this one and determine a cinnamon roll winner yourself, be sure to swing by Westward Ho in Frontierland between 9:30 a.m. and 11 a.m. because it's not available after breakfast and it's not available till 9:30. We learned that the hard way. Okay, next one is not a cinnamon roll. Surprise. This is the strawberry shortcake ice cream sandwich. Now, this is at Dino Bites Snacks in Animal Kingdom, and we're already going to miss it after it permanently closes by the end of this year. So why did it bring back one of my favorite seasonal ice cream cookie sandwiches? Are they just wanting to break my heart even more? Or is this their way of saying goodbye? Gosh, I better lay off the drama. I'm actually going to start getting emotional over a snack stand. The strawberry shortcake ice cream sandwich has returned to the Dino Bite scene for one last Dino-rific hurrah. This dessert is made with strawberry ice cream between two strawberry crumble baked sugar cookies. This is like basically, you remember those strawberry shortcake bars that you got in the cafeteria when you were a kid? This is like the ice cream sandwich version of that. Now, if you're not a strawberry fan, you're not going to vibe with this. Even the ice cream has extra chunks of strawberries that you're going to get with each bite. But the strawberry flavors are nice and sweet and don't taste super artificial, which tends to be our main complaint when a dessert goes hog wild on one singular fruit option. Would you be surprised if I actually recommended a brand new dessert from Vivalil Gelato at Disney Springs that's not actually gelato? The Oreo Tiramisu is $10.50. It's basically tiramisu in a cup made with mascarpone cream and layers of coffee-soaked Oreos. Sorry, DFB Bria, this one's not for you. Too much mascarpone. But for everyone else who's not my scriptwriter and loves mascarpone, think you're going to really love this. This cheesy cream is thick but fluffy, with air bubbles lifting it up on the inside like little craters, and all those smooth textures perfectly pair with the texture of the coffee-soaked Oreos, which are soft but still have a little bit of a crunch to them. Now, if you're not huge on coffee, but mascarpone and Oreos sounds pretty good to you, the coffee flavor really isn't strong enough to overpower the chocolate. Rather, it's not too sweet, not too bitter, and just the right amount of twang on the back end. You know what I mean by twang, don't you? Sure you do. And best of all, this is the Vivalil Gelato treat that won't melt as soon as you step outside. It manages to be cool and refreshing and super easy to eat, and it also, maintains its integrity. Okay, we've still got so many snacks to cover today, but I figured now would be as good a time as any to brag about our DFB Guide to Walt Disney World Dining real quick, which you can find over on dfbstore.com. So the team and I work really hard on this book, not just once in a while, but all throughout the year to make sure you're getting the most updated Disney World dining info, no matter when you make that purchase. Sometimes that means updating our top dining recommendations for when a certain Disney restaurant really impresses us, and we want to put that on your radar too. Sometimes it means switching restaurant hours and price ranges, because Disney's been known to pull the rug out from under us frequently. Sometimes it means showing you the newest secrets and tips that we've just discovered, because the shiny and new stuff is the stuff that makes us go ooh and ah and sometimes question our better judgment. So if you want to join us on our dining journey around Disney World, which of course you do, go ahead and pick up one of our guides today over at dfbstore.com. Don't forget to type in code YouTube though, so you can save some money on your total guidebook purchase. And remember, these are 100% money back guaranteed. If you don't like them, no problem. Just let us know and we'll give you your money back. Nope, still not talking about the warm cinnamon roll from Gaston's Tavern today. You already know how much I love that one. Instead, I'm going to turn your attention to something much more savory on this Fantasyland snack menu. Savory and different. For a while there, we thoroughly enjoyed picking up the ham and Gruyere tart from Gaston's place. You know this. But the ham and Gruyere tart has recently leveled up to a ham and Gruyere sandwich. For the most part, it's basically the same thing that was here before. It's a crispy croissant dough filled with ham and Gruyere and served with a side of chips. It's basically a souped up croque monsieur, right? Now, I'm happy to report it's still as fantastic and savory as ever. In fact, we might even like this version better than the tart version. After all, the inside is now a little gooier, and since the ham is sort of folded over in the sandwich, you get a lot of that salty meat in one bite. There's also some cheese broiled onto the croissant part of the sandwich to make it ultra cheesy, and I don't know if I've made this clear in the past, but I really, really, really like cheese. Do I still miss the loaded burnt ends fries that used to be available at Regal Eagle Smokehouse in Epcot? Yes, I do. But am I mad about the new Brewmaster fries that are taking over the scene here? No, I'm not. The Brewmaster fries are seasoned with barbecue rub and drizzled with a beer cheese sauce. More cheese, more cheese. The beer cheese and barbecue rub combo is the same combo you're going to find in pretzel bite form over at Block and Hans, which is also located in the American Adventure Pavilion and also absolutely delicious. So basically you get to decide, do you want your barbecue/beer cheese combo in fry form or pretzel bite form? And I wish all the hard decisions in my life looked like this one. Either way, you'll be getting a great balance of cheese and carbs to help you soak up some alcohol if you've been drinking around the world. Fries and beer cheese, a match made in heaven. Cinnamon rolls and orange frosting, a dream. But peanut butter and jelly and s'mores? As cliche as it sounds, this one was love at first bite. Over at Zuri's Sweets Shop in Animal Kingdom, the new peanut butter and jelly s'more confection recently made its debut. This treat is made with graham crackers and marshmallows with peanut butter, strawberry jelly, and a chocolatey outer coating. Now, I'd probably love this one just for its peanut butter filling alone. It's been a long time since Disney's had those peanut butter sandwiches coated in chocolate that I used to love so much. You can still get them in Disneyland, not at Disney World. But honestly, all of these layers come together so well and are complemented by a nice crunch from those fresh graham crackers. It's a much more complex treat than my beloved peanut butter sandwich that they used to have, and so I'm gonna give this one a pass. It's like taking two of your favorite summertime eats as a child and combining them together and then selling them in your favorite theme park destination. And I don't know how I can give it a higher compliment than that. And bonus, there's another s'more treat that just arrived at Zuri's too. This is the banana s'more made with graham crackers and marshmallows and covered with a banana flavored chocolatey coating. If you've ever lived in the South and had a banana moon pie, well, this is what it reminds us of. Do I still like the PB&J version better? Yes. Do I think Disney missed an opportunity to add peanut butter to the banana version of this s'more as well? Absolutely. But regardless, the flavor combo is still nice and a bit more simple for those who might be pickier about their layered dessert. Hollywood Scoops is always releasing some sort of specialty limited time ice cream treat, but right now, in honor of the new Disney Villains Unfairly Ever After show that premiered in Hollywood Studios back in May, there are 2 or possibly 3 villain-themed ice cream treats available for you to grab. Now, these will probably be limited time, so grab them while you can. First up, we got the Hades ice cream float for $8.99. This is a blue raspberry slush and vanilla ice cream topped with blue curacao syrup, boba pearls, and blue cotton candy. This one's going to be a whole lot of fun for the kids in your group. The float comes with a nice big straw that makes it easy to suck up the boba pearls, but honestly, I recommend grabbing a spoon to eat this. Since there's a lot of ice cream in there, you need a shovel in too. Dominating flavor on this one? Sweet. So adults, you might not be as keen on it as your kids will be, but kids, get ready to dig in and to pose for pictures with blue tongues and teeth for the rest of the day. Now, parents, you might actually like the Maleficent cone more, which is a butter pecan ice cream topped with red sugar and chocolate horns, all served inside a lavender waffle cone that's been dipped in green sugar. Yes, there's a lot going on here. It's not exactly beautiful, but it is pretty yummy. It's a super creamy ice cream that's really satisfying, especially with all those chunks of pecan in every bite. But again, this treat's a sweet one. It's less like a cotton candy sweet and more like a toffee sweet. The worst part about it is how fast it's gonna melt. Like, I'm talking, you might have time to take 1 or 2 pictures, but after that, Maleficent starts melting as if she's the Wicked Witch of the West post bucket of water. And finally, you've got 1 more villain ice cream treat to order, but there's a catch. You've got to be an annual pass holder to get this one. The Cruella Ice Cream Sundae is an annual pass holder exclusive item, and you must show proof of your membership before you're allowed to purchase it. But if you're not an AP, that's okay. Really, it's just a simple little sundae. Nothing that you need to go out and spend hundreds of dollars on an AP for. But if you're already an AP, you might as well try it if you can. The Cruella sundae is a tasty cookies and cream ice cream topped with chocolate syrup, whipped cream, red sprinkles, and mini chocolate chips, all served in a house-made chocolate waffle bowl that's been dipped in white chocolate and red sprinkles. For $8.79, you get a good amount of ice cream that's totally shareable, plus you get to eat the bowl. But again, more style than substance, which seems pretty on brand for Cruella, right? Harambe Market is one of those Animal Kingdom quick service areas that we don't talk about a whole lot, but the mango vanilla mousse that recently popped up here gave us a reason to talk about it because that thing is good with a capital G-O-O-D. The mango vanilla mousse is a tropical fruit glazed vanilla milk mousse with a mango passion compote and whipped panna cotta. Now, if you're looking for a dessert that's light and won't sink like a rock at the bottom of your stomach, this is it. This is what you're after. The mousse is so airy and soft with chunks of mango to help break up that creamy texture, and all of it sits on top of a graham cracker crust, which adds another satisfying texture and cinnamon spiced flavor to the whole thing. This is a very mango-forward dessert, so if you don't like tropical fruit, I'm going to advise you against this one. But for just $6, this dessert's a great value with a perfect balance of sweetness, in our humble opinion. Animal Kingdom has been on fire with all the new treats lately, but this next new treat from Animal Kingdom that I want to talk about is less snacky and more drinky. At Satuli Canteen in Pandora, we recently got to try the new specialty cold brew flight for $8.79. Now this one comes with 3 Joffrey's Coffee cold brews, including the traditional brew, matcha cold brew, and ube cold brew. Now some of you probably already know that I'm not the biggest coffee drinker ever, but fortunately I've got a team of DFB reporters who are, and they are ecstatic about this new flight. First off, we've got that traditional cold brew, which is a Joffrey's classic that's slightly sweeter than the other cold brew brands, but always refreshing. Then there's the ube cold brew, which gives off major ice cream float energy. To me, ube naturally has a sugary cereal-like flavor, so if you don't like a hearty bowl of Captain Crunch in the morning, I don't know if you're gonna like this one. However, the team did enjoy it, as well as the additional freeze-dried strawberries on the inside, which added another bright sweetness to the whole thing. Finally, there's the matcha, which is earthy and not overly sweet, although this one also features freeze-dried strawberries, so I guess that's how the Na'vi people prefer to make their cold brews. Now, there is a new breakfast item. I'm putting breakfast in quotation marks at Cempo Cafe in the Contemporary Resort, and you can get it right now for under $5. Yep, under $5, my friends, and highly recommended. So the cinnamon sugar croissant muffin is completely coated in cinnamon sugar, but still light enough that it doesn't linger or overpower whenever you actually take a bite. Meanwhile, the croissant muffin part flakes off in layers, and the center of the pastry starts off as a thick chocolate ganache until it hits your tongue and then just starts to melt. This thing is pure decadence in a snack. They say it's breakfast. This is definitely dessert, and it is truly incredible. I don't know why there aren't more people talking about this. This is really something. You might already know about this one just because we already can't stop talking about it, but I just think it's the coolest thing ever that you can load up a classic Mickey premium bar with whatever toppings your heart desires at Goofy's Candy Company in Disney Springs. There are 2 options for this one, 2 toppings for $9.99 or 6. Yes, 6, that's obscene, toppings for $14.99. When you choose to customize a Mickey ice cream bar, you're going to get a special form that's separate from the one that other customizable treats have. Topping options include M&M's, Snickers, pretzel pieces, and tons more, but you'll also get 4 options for drizzles too, including milk chocolate, dark chocolate, white chocolate, and Werther's Original Caramel. Oh, and just for the literal cherry on top, you can get a literal cherry on top, and whipped cream too. Like I said, you can go hog wild with all the different topping possibilities. Maybe even a little bit too wild. Now, how's about one more newish Animal Kingdom treat for the road? The family churros from 8 Spoon Cafe. These are $15.99, but don't scoff at the price tag just yet. The reason they're so expensive is because they come with 21 bite-sized churros, as well as sprinkles and caramel sauce and chocolate dipping sauce. Are these Animal Kingdom churros anywhere close to as good as the ones you're going to find at Nomad Lounge? No. But they're still a lot of fun and a great option for bigger groups looking for a sweet treat to share. So this treat definitely is not new, but it is one of the most elusive, and it's one of my favorites. Over at Sasagula Floatworks and Food Factory, you'll sometimes find the creamy praline treat available for $5.49. Happens to come in a package of 2, I think, sometimes. This is described as a fudge-like pecan-filled candy, and yeah, that's what it tastes like too. A little more sugary than that, though. Now, this has been one of my absolute favorites for years and years, my friends, but These are made over at Port Orleans Riverside, not French Quarter, and French Quarter gets its shipments directly from its neighbor, meaning there may be some days when there aren't any available. When we last visited, we waited about 10 to 15 minutes for French Quarter cast members to unbox the latest delivery, and it's only there on certain days. If you don't want to run into that issue, choose to head over to Port Orleans Riverside instead for a better chance of finding that Mickeyshaped Proline at the Riverside Mill food court. Okay, I know what you're thinking. You're thinking, gee, I'm ready to learn about even more new Disney World snacks. I'm no mind reader or anything, y'all. I've just been in your shoes before. And that's why you'll catch me updating you about the latest Disney snacks that hit the Disney scene through our DFB newsletter every single day. If you want to join that newsletter, it is free. Head down to the link in the description to join. Thanks for listening, everyone, and thanks for watching. As always, this is AJ for Disney Food Blog, and I'll see you real soon.